Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Student Speak, the show that brings to you your weekly dose of offbeat news, celebrity gossip and general madness from all of us here on the sofa. So before we begin today, let's introduce the Student Speak panel.
The lineup tonight: Miles Ryan, Connor Ryan, Tom Hoy and Lauren Johnston.
Yes, fantastic to see everybody on the sofa today. And of course, if you want to get involved in tonight's show, you can. All you have to do is tweet us at Student Speak, or you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/That's TV Student Speak. The links are down there.
Very good. Very good indeed. Now, it's award season in the world of film, and it's a time when many celebrate all aspects of moving pictures, in particular performance. Now, there have been many memorable performances over the years, and we often can't imagine our favourite movie characters being played by anyone other than the face who got the role. Well, I'm about to make you imagine by looking at movie castings that were never meant to be, but almost were. Yes.
Hello there, by the way.
Whoa!
Very quiet.
Hello.
It was a very quiet start to the show, wasn't it?
New
Now-
intro, that.
How important is casting in a movie, really? Now, is it sometimes are characters big enough to kind of anyone can get away with playing them because they're really good? Or do you need the certain person to really get
It's like
that
casting
role
is
across?
everything, isn't it?
Casting is-
Noel Edmonds could not be James Bond, but he could be a Bond villain. I think he'd be a brilliant villain. He'd be like, James Bond, your destiny is in this red box. Boom. It's die. It's die today, James. And then James Bond would dodge it because he always wins. But yeah, casting. I think casting's everything. Go
I
on.
agree. There's particularly when there's actors like Jim Carrey or like Peter Sellers who would improvise a lot in a
Comedy
film.
actors,
It can,
Yeah.
it would make or break a film. So.
Yes, indeed. But
Yeah, if
when-
you pick someone that's not funny for a comedy role, it's a bit.
Important.
If you come across a bad performance, is that a bad performance or is that just bad casting?
Well, it depends really on times, because people can, make bad castings in some people's eyes and they turn out to be really good. Like, I remember the backlash that Ben Affleck received when he got cast as Batman. And everyone thought he did a really, really good job.
You did. Well done.
Yes, very well done. I don't know, it really depends on the experience of the actor, how versatile the actor is, and yeah, that's really...
I've got a list. Shall I go through it?
Go through it!
Yes, indeed.
Do
So
that!
Here's some roles that never made it, but they were supposed to. So let's start with Batman, the 1980s Batman. The reboot from Tim Burton was supposed to be Bill Murray originally.
Really?
Batman, the title role, Bill Murray.
And these are all like genuine...
Yeah, no, this is all genuine.
Discussions.
Well, it was originally pitched to be similar to the 60s style kind of slapstick comedy.
The Adam West sort of style.
Yes,
I
it's
think that would have
supposed to be
fitted well.
directed by, I believe it's Ivan Reitman with Eddie Murphy.
Ivan Reitman, what a
Yes.
great name.
With Eddie Murphy cast as Robin and David Bowie to be the Joker.
What? This sounds like the...
That is the best thing I've ever heard. David Bowie would have been brilliant.
He would have been a fantastic
David
Joker.
Bowie is the Joker. Oh my God! How did I not know that?
Man.
How did I not know
Eddie
that?
Murphy as Robin.
How would Eddie Murphy be as Robin?
David Bowie,
David
come
Bowie
on!
is the
How did I
Joker.
not know that about
Tom
Bowie?
Hoy's a very big David Bowie fan.
That's
What
crazy.
Do you think he would have...
He would have been like,
It would have been
Batman, you are going to die. That's
It all changed when Tim Burton took over the project, however, and it became very
Clearly.
dark and kind of... I don't know. Doctor Who, everyone. Doctor Who. We all like
yes.
Doctor Who.
Yes, it was recently.
How about Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson?
No.
I mean, the guy
singer.
with the...
Yeah, him.
no, not that one.
Not like Michael Jackson down my road.
Paramount basically wanted to compete with Universal's very successful Back to the Future, so they pitched an American version of Doctor Who, which Michael Jackson was cast, and he was very interested to play, but eventually it all just fell through.
What were they going to do instead of the TARDIS, do you think? Do you think it would have been an American equivalent? Like in America, they have them newspaper boxes. It would have been one of them. It would like, climb into the newspaper box.
It would have been
And
very
they would have-
interesting.
They would have gone to Kent or somewhere like that.
Indeed.
Maybe because he's a Time Lord, he goes to different planets, he can genuinely do a moonwalk.
But how
Well,
could
there we
that
go.
ever work if there was 2 Doctor Who's because
Oh no, it's fiction. It's fiction.
I'm in the world too much.
Yeah.
I'll quickly
It's
move
the last
on.
two time.
With the list.
Can't be 2.
Willy Wonka, we all like Willy Wonka.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
2005 film.
Please don't say what I think you're going to say, because
Go on.
we've had this argument before and it's rubbish. It's not true.
What?
It's not true that all the Pythons auditioned.
No.
No, good, because
Marilyn Manson.
I should explain. There's a bit of false
Marilyn
information on the
Manson.
internet saying that all the
Explain that,
Pythons were going
How
to be.
weird would that have been?
no.
Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn campaigned to play the role in 2005, saying, "I see Wonka as Satan. I think I can play the role like no one else." But Warner Brothers put their foot down. They said no, and Depp was cast. But according to Entertainment Tonight, the second choice, in case Depp dropped out of the project, was The Rock.
The Rock. If you smell what Willy
That's
Wonka
interesting.
is cooking.
Chocolate. He's making
Who is this
chocolate.
Rock?
He's a wrestler.
Okay, no,
No,
I'm joking. I know
movie
who the
star
Rock
as well, isn't he? He's not just a wrestler.
Yes,
Been in many of
Scorpion King.
If I say to you Han Solo, who could you picture that's not Harrison Ford?
Oh, come to me after. I'm going to think of someone too.
We need to be quick about
Yes.
this as well.
John Travolta.
No.
Do you remember Ground Force?
Ground Force?
Yeah, with
Force.
Alan Titchmarsh. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Charlie.
Yeah, no,
He'd be
not
good.
him.
He'd be good.
I'd say probably Mark Hamill. I don't know.
Al Pacino.
But he
Al
played Luke.
Pacino. I know, but like this is beforehand.
See, now the studio wanted a big name, and according to Pacino, they didn't actually care if he was right for the role or not. They just wanted a big name for Han Solo. Other names thrown around were Robert De Niro, Jack Nicholson,
John
Burt
Travolta.
Reynolds, Christopher Walken.
Give me a
Michael
give me a Han Solo line, and I'll do it in Al Pacino's voice. What does he say? Luke, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Fantastic.
There we go.
That's good.
That's Al Pacino.
Well, Connor, I have to say thank you so much for the fascinating Hollywood performances
Anytime,
that never
Miles.
came to be.
Anytime. Yes, anytime.
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 Right, now we move on to a challenging part of the show, and I decided today to have a throwback challenge, a challenge that we did many moons ago here on Student Speak, and I thought it'd just be fun to do again.
I do like
Because
TBCs.
You didn't do this challenge because
No, I didn't.
you were not part of the show.
Yes.
Quite good.
Glory
It's a
days.
very simple challenge. Basically, what I've got here are a bunch of discs. Yes, and what we are going to do is we're going to take turns to pick up a disc, and we're going to improvise a story from the pictures that we see on these discs. So I don't know. They're all.
What was
pretty
that
much
noise?
turned
Was that
It was
a
me
nervous
going,
noise or,
It's Tom.
Oh, was it Tom?
It was a victory.
Tom.
Victory. I like this game.
Right. So I'm going to start off, and what I think I'll do.
Pick any dish.
Should we have a basic plot line before we begin?
No.
No. Just go straight for it. Okay.
No.
Here we go.
Make up the plot.
Once upon a time, there was a cat.
Meow.
There was a cat, yes, and he was all alone on the street. It's a sad story. He's all
Starting off
alone.
sad.
Yes, and it was raining, and he was very wet. And he
How
was
many
very
things are you
sad.
getting from the cat? As long as it's raining.
Until,
He's been really inspired.
until what happened next to the cat? He's very sad. What happened next?
A horse.
A
A
horse.
friendly horse came by and said, "Look, cat," or didn't speak, but he spoke in horse language, and the cat knew because he studied in school horse language. "Look, cat, I will take you to a nice sheltered place so you can stay dry from the rain." So they walked over to the sheltered place, but inside that sheltered place, they found
A robber who was actually not robbing things but returning things, and he was actually a member of the Norfolk Robbers Guild. And he was actually about on the brink of being kicked out of the Norfolk Robbers Guild for not robbing enough stuff. But he was actually returning all of the stolen stuff, but he didn't have a change of clothes, so he maintained the black stripe he wear.
What happened? What happened next?
And then the robber thought, you know what? Why not leave these guys and do something random? So
a
he
horse and cat.
He spoke to his fisherman friend. He said,
yeah,
I've just tried to return all these goods, but now I need to clear my head, and I'd like to go fishing. So, are you about? Should we hook up?"
hook up. That was good.
Thanks. But the fisherman said, "No, I can't come." And he said, "Why not?" And it was because
He was going to arrest the robber. A policeman came and knew of his crimes, so he's like, "You can't go fishing with me after you've been robbing all these innocent people."
That policeman looks like he's got long dog ears.
He
does, yes.
Because the cat told him that it was a robber, because the horse
Yeah,
and stuff.
well done,
so he was
smart
going
cat.
to arrest him, but the robber was saved from going to jail by what happened?
The sun.
The sun.
It was night, and basically day eclipsed it, and the robber was looking into the horizon, and when the sun just rose, says, my eyes! And the robber was able to flee from this place, leaving the cat and the horse and the fisherman kind of thinking, what's going on? The reformed robber has ran away, so they ran after him, and to make sure they caught him, they
consulted their rocket by flying to a different planet, but accidentally ended up in Longsight in South Manchester.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And they actually went to the old home of where Oasis came from, because the Oasis come from Longsight sort of area, and that was where they spoke to.
Let's hope it's
the vet.
The vet.
Now the cat was actually quite ill, and the horse had figured this out. He could tell there was something wrong with the cat. The fisherman didn't know because he only deals in fish.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
And so they spoke to this vet, but she was busy because she was actually travelling into the centre of Manchester for a business meeting.
Yeah.
Well, from Longsight.
Was not in Longsight. There's tram works at the minute.
I don't know if there's a tram from Longsight. You get a tram from Longsight.
Tram works.
Do you not?
I don't know.
Unless there's trams.
Don't care.
So because the vet wasn't there and the cat was ill, they had to.
Alright, I'm going to finish the story. They had to speak to their fish. The fish swam across the ocean because they have super sensitive hearing.
The fisherman.
Yes. Oh yeah, the fisherman guided the fish.
He carries them around with him all the time.
Yeah, he does. So they managed to seek out where the robber was hiding. He was hiding in a hole somewhere. He dug it himself.
Is the cat feeling better?
And the cat felt better because he was actually ill because
he was a hypochondriac.
He was a hypochondriac.
All this sounds very familiar to a long weekend I once had.
The end. The end.
The end.
It does.
That was a good
very
story,
familiar.
wasn't it?
Nice.
Who do you see yourself most as, the horse or the cat or the robber?
Definitely, I see a bit of myself in all the characters. I think it's how you take it. All them characters aren't one person. They're not.
They're not all necessarily
but they're not
people.
all individually their own.
No.
But altogether, they are humans. Vis-a-vis, aka
apart from the
me
cat.
and you.
And the horse and the fish who aren't human.
I think it's a metaphor for all things good.
All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great.
You might be going a bit far with
Other
that, but,
hymns are available.
Well, we'll be right back after this break with more from myself, Connor, Tom and Lauren right here on Student Speak. You see, that's the name on the card. Don't go anywhere, we'll see you in 3.